Welcome back, YouTube. We are post check-in, post one meal. Got a good old plate of egg whites and pancakes this morning for a lot of protein, a lot of carbs, no fats. Typically how we do our high days is minimal fats, as few fats as possible, just trace fats, no fats added. So we can keep the carbs really high, try and put those carbs into the muscle, get as much glycogen as we can, and of course synthesize as much protein as we can. So 245 this morning. That is a new prep high, probably an all-time high. I don't think I've ever weighed 245 pounds. I think at my heaviest in my football days was like 238, but definitely a different composition. So now staying pretty lean. I'd say probably around maybe 8% body fat or so, and yeah, still growing. So curious to see what Justin says, what adjustments we will make. He talked about adding another meal to spread out our food whenever he's increasing food. I get the idea that he doesn't really like going over 200 grams of carbs per meal. So if we were to add much more food, probably splitting it up a little bit more and adding more food, so we're not like constantly pushing big super high carb loads all at once. But we're gonna need a back day, pretty much just a lot of upper back volume, bicep volume, and some rear delts, and just put all this pancake and syrup and egg whites in the right place. Ooh. Back is still a little sore from Sunday. This is dangerous. It's like, yeah, when you do stupid shit, play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Yeah, so single arm pull downs, moving on to some DC rows here. Typically, workout structure for pull days is always about 4 compound movements, maybe some isolation work in there with some like straight arm pull downs or pullovers, things like that. But usually try to split it up between some unilateral, some bilateral, and then probably 2 horizontal, 2 vertical. If you are maybe finding that your back is really wide but lacking density, you might skew more towards horizontal work, more rows. And if you are feeling like you're pretty dense but not very wide, I would then probably prioritize more vertical pulling with like lat pull downs, pull ups, things like that. But yeah, really just trying to hit the back from all angles, because we can benefit from both density and width. Okay, so moving on now to some wide grip pull downs. So we've already done 1 pull down movement, 1 row movement, secondary pull down movement here. Just higher reps, more range of motion, more stretchy stuff. Yeah, so updated my check-in progress on my story today. So 88 days since the Battle of Texas show, 88 days of working with Justin Harris, and we are up to 245 from 188. So just shy of 60 pounds difference, which again, you know, cut down for stage weight, very depleted, a little too depleted if you ask me. And, you know, naturally kind of walking around at like 205, 210. So, you know, even then it's still a 35 to 40 pound difference to what I'm used to. And maintaining overall leanness, which is just the goal. Try to get as big as we can this off season without getting fat. And I would say so far so good. So we're gonna hit one more set here, move on to some more horizontal rows, probably get some straight arm pull downs, and then yeah, it's gonna be more isolation work, biceps, rear delts after that. So pretty standard. Ooh. So just go in a more wide neutral grip position here compared to what we normally do with our, you know, chest supported row. It's a little bit more narrow, a little bit more kind of at an angle. This just is a little bit more range of motion, deeper stretch. Maybe not as strict because we don't have the chest support, so our lower back's getting a little engagement, but we're not really like hinging or anything right now, so that lower back has to do something. We can't just freeload all week. Moving on now to some bicep work. The lats are pretty smoked. So again, single arm pull downs, 2 variations of horizontal rows, wide grip pull downs, and then isolated them with some straight arm pull downs where you can kind of just isolate the lat, not have the forearm and everything else taking over or causing early fatigue. So here we're just trying to get a lot of volume in for the arms, and just probably hit about 4 sets here total, a little bit on the heavier side, and then secondary bicep movement will be a little bit more higher volume, moderate weight. Okay, the arch nemesis. Yeah, the reason I say this is the arch nemesis is just one of those things. It's very, very tough, but very, very effective. So, you know, love-hate kind of thing. Very difficult, very hard, but I don't feel my biceps hardly in like anything compared to this. Just can't keep that stretched position the whole time. Kind of stretch out the shoulders a little bit so that front delt doesn't kick in, and the bicep just gets to do its thing. Okay, that is a wrap for today. Pull day, again, a lot of upper back work. Good things for width, good things for density. Some accessory work, obviously with the straight arm pull downs, and then just a lot of biceps, things like that to kind of address all of the weaknesses that we have. Not that the back is really a weakness, but you can never have too much back. So really just trying to get a lot more density in the biceps, density in the mid back, always trying to create width, of course. But yeah, pretty solid overall day, a lot of volume, 4 sets for pretty much everything, except for the straight arm pull downs, just kind of a little bit of a finisher. We only hit 3 sets there, but 3 to 4 sets for most things. Really don't need to go much beyond that. We're eating a crazy amount of food, and the amount of training volume that we have is ensuring that we are putting all that fuel into the muscle. So after a good check-in today, we'll see what our feedback is, probably by tomorrow, and then adjust accordingly and see if we can push closer and closer to the 250 mark by next week. So we'll see. But that is all I have for today. We're gonna do some work, walking, getting our steps in just to help with digestion, and then just getting, a lot of food in. So 1 week countdown, we are on our way to Europe. It'll be about 2 weeks or so there, and try to progress overseas, of course, and not lose any of our gains. So Bo Alexander, Adapt Fitness, Dallas, Texas. Thanks for liking, watching, following, subscribing, loving, hating, all that stuff. And we will see you on the next one.